Oklahoma Heisman winners and top overall picks, Baker Mayfield was easily outdone by Kyler Murray. While Kyler had 4 touchdowns in the Cardinals' 37-14 win, Baker struggled with an interception and 2 lost fumbles, and he also re-aggravated an injury in his non-throwing shoulder. So, Shannon, give Baker a letter grade.
F.
Failure.
An F?
Look, that's what he got. This was the game that Baker Mayfield was going to show you. I can stand toe-to-toe with the elite quarterbacks in the league and outduel them. I'm at home, I'm in my backyard, and I got Kyler Murray coming in. His coach has COVID. Their best defensive player has COVID. This is my opportunity. And what did he do? First 4 drives, 3 and out, turnover, downs, fumble, INT. Can I interest you in that? I kept telling you, Baker Mayfield needs everything to be perfect. Now, he didn't have Chubb, but Kareem Hunt was running. Now, Kareem Hunt went out, would look like a very bad injury. Chubb is out. So we're going to see just what your guy can do when he don't have the threat of that bonded running game. Can he throw the Browns to victory? Skip, look here. I thought their defense played well early, considering that Baker was turning the ball over. I thought he owned a bakery shop. Turnovers, apple, cherry, didn't matter. He had a bunch of them.
Well, he's a baker.
Yeah. That might be his next commercial for Uber Eats. They deliver pastries also.
Yep.
Skip, look. This is what I want to know also. Oh, he re-aggravated. So was the shoulder re-aggravated before or after he threw that Hail Mary? Because remember, Skip, he was running down the field. Whoa, Baker taking off running. He running like this here. And I ain't seen him favor that shoulder or anything. Then all of a sudden, they started putting foots in him like I told you they would. He all up in the tent. He come out the tent throwing. You not Lamar. Lamar Jackson is the only quarterback that can go to the tent, go in the locker room, come out the ambulance, and still deliver victory. That's not you, Baker. I keep telling you, you're not that guy, buddy. Trust me, you're not it. And I keep telling you, he's not that guy, Skip. He's not that guy. He's average. And as soon as you realize that, so you know what? I've hitched my wagon to an average guy that can't pull it with an enormous amount of speed, and he can't pull it that far, you're going to be okay. But just realize, he's not that guy, Skip. He's not it.
You will just not give that guy any breaks.
For what?
You will not be realistic. You will not be accurate with what he was going
Heisman Trophy winner, #1 overall pick. You hitched your wagon to him. You said, I said Baker. Deliver.
So here's what he was up against yesterday. A month ago, he tore the labrum in his left shoulder, and it has now dislocated 4 different times over the last 4 weeks. Yesterday, according to Baker, it popped out twice. It just completely dislocated. And he was even wearing a harness on his left shoulder. Go try throwing a football with a harness on your left shoulder.
He threw the ball 60 yards in the end zone on a Hail Mary.
Guts, pure guts.
Okay, well, have guts the whole game.
Adrenaline lets you, and you got to shoot it up and you got to let it fly. But when people keep running into you because neither of your tackles is able to play yesterday, there's no Jedrick Wills and there's no Conklin. These are Pro Bowl type cornerstones on your left and your right, and neither of them played. And even without Chandler Jones yesterday, they terrorized Baker Mayfield. They were all over him from the start. And it got so bad that he had to go in the tent twice to get his shoulder popped back into place. And if we could see his post-game sound in which he was wearing a sling, please.
He better not come out in the post-game with a sling on.
Yep.
How you feel when
my goodness.
your arm's in a sling? How bad is it?
Feels like
Feels like SH.
So he won't be able to shoot him more progressive commercial, huh?
He's going to get shot with something, but not a progressive commercial. But because they got to turn right around and play on Thursday night against your Broncos in Cleveland. And I don't know if he can suck it up and turn it around and play. So not only was he without his 2 cornerstone tackles, he was without the driving force of his run game, Nick Chubb, and they were ranked #1 in rushing coming into the game, and there was no Chubb, and Kareem Hunt went down and out of the game later in the game, as you know.
That's Baker's chance to say, you know what, we're more than a running team.
Okay. Was he with his best receiver? No, he was without Jarvis Landry yesterday, and he's still stuck with the Odell problem. And Odell gets to be more and more of a problem.
How Odell a problem?
Can we see 4th and 4th to 7 early in the fourth quarter when it was still a game, please? Could we see what happened?
It was never
Odell?
a game.
Oh, really? It wasn't. Is that catchable? This guy can make every catch in the world in the pregame show that he puts on. That hits him right in the hands,
that was a drop,
and he
Skip.
dropped it.
That was a drop.
This is 4th and 4th to 7. That's going to be a first down. And the point is, if they get it in the end zone and hit the two-point try, it's only 30-22. It's a one-score game if Odell just catches the bleeping ball right there.
Okay.
There's something wrong with Odell. There's something definitely wrong with Baker and Odell. It just doesn't work. He forces it to him. He force feeds him. He tries too hard. He's too Odell conscious. He's too Odell centric. It's not working. They need to move on from Odell. They need to move Odell elsewhere. You would like to see Odell traded for a very different reason, just because you're sick of seeing him in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm sick of seeing him in Baker's lineup because Baker is much better without him. And I'm going to say it again. Down the stretch last year with no Odell, 11 games, the Browns go 8-3, but Baker goes 20 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. And Pro Football Focus ranks him on grade the 4th best quarterback in pro football over the 11-game stretch. 4th best to Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and Deshaun. Are you kidding? And you say he's not that guy when he was just that guy all last year and went to Pittsburgh and beat their arch rival in a playoff game.
Yeah, Pittsburgh played. Look,
Okay.
we're going to talk about that. But here's a guy that was 3 of 10 on first down. He had 9 minutes less time of possession. But here's the thing, Skip. We say wide receiver is a dependent position. Well, Baker Mayfield plays a dependent position. The quarterback position that he plays is dependent on the running game. When you neutralize the Browns' running game, Baker Mayfield is average. You will not admit that. Josh Allen is better than Baker Mayfield. Lamar Jackson is better than Baker Mayfield. Justin Herbert is better than Baker Mayfield. All those young guys.
I couldn't tell about Justin Herbert yesterday. He looked like he's back at Oregon yesterday. It was the guy at Oregon that even you said, man, I don't know
No,
about
I
him.
didn't. You're right. You're absolutely right. But I also said that about your guy Baker Mayfield also. But you won't want to admit that one. But I tell you what, you will not.
No, you like Sam Darnold in that draft. Way to go.
Yeah, hold on. I mean, he ain't much
Cling
better.
to that.
He ain't much better than Sam Darnold.
Oh, really?
He ain't much better than Sam Darnold. He ain't much better.
Sam Darnold can't
He
play.
ain't much better. If you'd have put Baker Mayfield in the Jets, you'd have got evicted. He looked like Sam
By
Darnold
the
with
way,
Sam
your
Darnold
other
with the
guy
Jets.
that you drove the bandwagon on, Tua, he can't play. He
Tua
just
looked
can't
good.
play.
Tua looked good yesterday.
He looked terrible to me. I watched the whole game.
The man threw for 347.
He throws it like 7 miles an hour.
It get there.
Yeah, he couldn't get a speeding ticket with his arm.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It was effective. Look, we'll talk about. I don't know if we got this in the rundown, but look, I don't like Brian Flores. I don't know what he was thinking of the situation with 5 seconds on the clock, playing for the Hail Mary when all they need is 10 yards to get field goal range and kick a 53
That was a sweet, clever little call.
Yeah,
just throw that quick slant and just get it down on the ground. Slide, they call it, and just.
Yeah, well, tell me what Brian Flores was thinking.
Okay,
But anyway, no, I'm not going to let you distract me from Baker. You're not going to distract me from Baker. And think about it, Skip. The defense held. Baker had 2 first-half turnovers, both of them on Cleveland and Cleveland side, holding the field goal. That's what the defense did.
Really?
And and Baker threw the Hail Mary coming out. Woo! Everybody fired up going into the locker room and stuck it up from there on.
2 shoulder dislocations in 1 game, and you don't have Nick Chubb, and you don't have Jarvis Landry, and you don't have either Pro Bowl quality tackle. You don't have any of that, and you're wearing a harness?
Yeah. Guess what? Well, they tell me Kyler Murray dislocated his ankle from putting it in Baker Mayfield's butt. And I gotta say it's dislocated. He walked out of there with a boot, hobbling. Yeah, say J.J. Watt carried him on his back up out of there. Say, man, hey, rest that ankle. We're gonna need this.
Kyler is out of his mind.
No, out of his
By the
mind.
way, I told you A.J. Green was going to change the way they play football, and he does, because if you single him, he is going to scorch you.
But Skip, you got D-Hop on one side, you got A.J. Green, but Christian Kirk and Rondell Moore and Zach Ertz is about to get there, and he's better than the Williams kid that got hurt. He's a better tight end than him. This offense is about to go to another level.
And James Conner, no longer in Pittsburgh, he looks pretty great.
And still, you got the little guy with those legs, Skip. Man, that Joe going 100. He like Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl.
Okay.
Man, he going all over the place.
Who did tell you coming out of college that he was the real deal and worthy of the #1 pick? And who scoffed? Who was skeptical? The Hall of Famer was skeptical of Kyler Murray.
Why did I say, why was I skeptical, Skip?
He's too little.
He's smart.
Okay.
Skip, can he stay healthy?
Well,
that was my only concern, Skip.
So far, so great.
Right. So hopefully we 6 games in. Hopefully we don't have that.
By the way, he did it yesterday with, weirdly, the assistant receivers coach calling pass plays while the assistant offensive coordinator in charge of the run game called running plays. How do you combine who